My name is David Harrison Greis. Welcome to the Greis Report, your unfiltered daily voice for truth. Tonight, I want to highlight just the kind of sickness and cruelty that we've been seeing from the ICE Gestapo. We've been told over and over again from Tom Homan, from Matt King Trump, from Todd Lyons, from Christine Noem, from everybody else that's involved in the administration that they're trying to get the worst of the worst off the street, the real criminals, the people that shouldn't be here anyway. They're involved with the cartels and all this other stuff. Well, so far from what I'm seeing, most of the people that they're picking up do not have criminal records. So we're going to start off tonight. This story comes from Kron 4. This was a 73-year-old named Harjeet Kaur from San Francisco, California. She was abducted by the ICE Gestapo from a routine immigration check-in at the courts. Now, this is really disturbing to me because these people are doing everything right. They are actually attending court appearances. They are checking in. They're doing everything right to get green cards and citizenship. Harjeet has been in America for 30 years and has been going to the ICE facilities for regular check-ins for at least 13 years. So look at what's actually going on with her family and how they respond and how they feel after watching their grandmother and mother be abducted.
People packed into this El Sobrante intersection to protest the ICE detainment of a 73-year-old grandma. Her family says she was detained while asking about medications, and now they're worried about her safety and health. More than 100 people rallying in El Sobrante Friday night, demanding ICE release 73-year-old Harjeet Kaur. Her family says she was unexpectedly taken into custody Monday.
We're a wreck right now. Our family is not doing good at all. Her son, my husband, is not even able to speak. It's very emotional to have your mom be detained and you're so helpless.
The family says Harjeet was detained at immigration court in San Francisco while at a routine check-in with her granddaughter.
Complete state of shock, honestly, still am. My sister right here, she's the one who took her that day to check in with ICE, and she was waiting for hours and hours alone until she got the call.
Harjeet moved to the U.S.
It's got to be a horrible feeling to be powerless and not be able to speak to them. And that's one of the worst parts, is that the families are not only separated, but they're not allowed to communicate. They're not allowed to talk. Why? Why would you want to silence someone? Well, very clearly, there's a reason for it. And that reason is typically that there's abuse going on in these facilities. These are concentration camps. They're not daycare centers. They're definitely not a good place to be. And the fact that they're silencing the victims within those walls tells me enough about what's really going on there. So if you like what you're hearing tonight, please remember to like, subscribe, and down here we have an email address. That's thegreisreport@gmail.com. Again, that's thegreisreport@gmail.com. Please send us any tips, leads, story requests that you might have, any of your interactions with the ICE Gestapo. And please remember to hit that subscribe button, because if you do hit that subscribe button, it helps us get the word out there. The more that we can get our word out there, the more that we can spread the news around and get the truth out there. So it helps us to have those subscriptions so that we know that we have friends everywhere. So let's continue. Now, just to kind of hit the nail on the head here and kind of prove my point, Boston 25, a local station from Massachusetts, they covered a 16-year-old that was abducted by the ICE Gestapo on Friday and then released a short while later. So, yes, he was released, but the trauma of the incarceration and the abduction are very real, and they're going to stick with that child and have ramifications in the future. The story I'm about to show you also mentions an 18-year-old who spent 6 days in ICE Gestapo lockup. Why? Well, he was going to volleyball practice. I guess volleyball is a crime now under Matt King Trump. So let's listen to that story.
Report of immigrant families. A 16-year-old Milford teen was recently detained by ICE. That's according to the Boston Globe. It happened in downtown Milford. And that's where we find Boston 25 News reporter Ryan Breslin live this morning with the details that we're learning about the detainment.
Kelly, this appears to be a part of the Patriot 2.0 operation that is now underway in the state by ICE. The Boston Globe reporting that 16-year-old was taken into custody, then released just a few hours later. I did reach out to ICE this morning to try and learn their side of waiting to hear back. Now, this happened Friday afternoon here in Milford when the Boston Globe says ICE agents surrounded two vehicles next to the park, which is across from the police station. The paper also reports there is video of the detainment where people tell the ICE agents that the teen is only 16. Now, back in May, another Milford teen was detained by ICE. The 18-year-old was taken into custody when ICE was looking for his father. The high school student was on his way to volleyball practice and ended up spending 6 days in custody before being released. Now, since then, community advocates, they have been spending time out here at Draper Park, which once again is just across the street from the Milford police station. They plan to hold a rally this morning at 11 a.m. to talk about the efforts from ICE that they have seen here in town. For now, live in Milford, Ryan Breslin for your local station, Boston 25 News.
So combine the grandmother with the teenager, the 6-year-old girl who was deported in New York City with her mother while her 19-year-old brother remained in New Jersey, the 38-year-old father who was shot and killed in Franklin Park by the ICE Gestapo with no criminal record, the store owner that was from Iran that was locked up in California. There's just such a pattern that we see of innocent people being abducted by the ICE Gestapo. Why? It's an ethnic cleansing. That's what it is, plain and simple. It's an ethnic cleansing by the Mad King Trump administration. And people like Stephen Miller and Todd Lyons and Tom Homan and Christian Noam, they got on camera and they spin lies. They spin lies with such venom and fervor that it makes me sick to my stomach to watch them speak sometimes, because we know that they're lies. We need to stand up for the truth and make sure that we always make the truth visible, because in this day and age, in the age of silence, in the age of crushing dissent, we need to raise our voices louder and higher and more intensely than we've ever done before, because we are America, and that's what's most important. All of us together. Remember, we have friends everywhere. So my name is David Harrison Greis. This has been the Greis Report. Thank you for joining the resistance and have a great night.